Alright. Am I? Yes, I am. I'm going. Alright, cool. Let me make sure my audio's okay. Oh, it's so quiet. It's just... this... Oh, wow. Now it's too loud. Sorry. I just gotta find a balance. Everybody needs some balance in their lives. Alright, let's just go with that. Hi, everybody. I'm still alive. I decided that I was going to, in what free time I have now, between mini productions, I'm going to start making shorts. I have some things written. I just need to get the people together because, I can't, I can't do it by myself, and I don't want to. So, but between the times that I do that, and between the times that I'll be editing those, I wanted to go ahead and start this kind of... What I'm doing is I'm going back through my old videos and I'm finding, just random things and saying, you know what, that is old and we can do better now. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do better. So the first one we're going to do here is this lightning effect that so old. Look at that, 240 is the max resolution that I had on that thing. Wow, that's just sad is what that is. But yeah, that's that. But as you can see here, I have the lightning striking my clone, but it actually doesn't sink into one singular spot. It spreads across my target. So I decided I'm going to go back and revisit this because it's not covered very well. What I'm going to use this time, what I used to use is I just masked out the layer and whatever, but now I'm using Alpha Obstacle. I'm not going to go over a tutorial, I'm just going to show you what I have here. Actually, let me layer, pre-compose, yes. Okay, that's better. Let me just color correct it real quick. Curves, blue. Oh, that's better. See, this allows you to do a little bit more every single time. I love curves. I love it. I love it so much. I could just use it all the time because it's that great. There we go. That's a beautiful blue. But inside of this pre-comp is a not so beautiful blue. But that's because this is a technical lesson. Lightning does not always work on its own, especially advanced lightning. If all you do, let me turn this mask off. If all you do is have an in point and an out point, then the forks will not vary. They will not reach out at the end. They will all do the exact same thing, and that is they will sink back into the small little single target point here at the end, and they all wrap into that little void of a spot, and I dislike that. We're going to turn that back on. Now we can see that with a little messing about, we can make the endpoint a shape using a mask layer. All you got to do is make a mask on the lightning's layer and bring up Alpha Obstacle. I brought it up all the way just because I was messing around with how you can actually bend lightning into certain shapes as well. You just got to be very careful because sometimes lightning doesn't like to be touched, and it flattens kind of in this weird fashion. So you got to be careful. But yeah, you can also mess around with that. Alpha Obstacle is a very powerful tool, and if you haven't messed around with it, I recommend it highly. It's just something that you need to play with. I mean, look at this. That's interesting, isn't it? Look at how kind of cool that is. I'm just playing. So, Alpha Obstacle is definitely a tool I recommend for this that you mess around with. The rest is all stylized. The rest is all by choice. You do not, by the way, I see a lot of people doing this. They'll make probably, I don't know, 10 different layers just to get one lightning effect nice. I only have one. And then I pre-comped it and then finished it with curves. That's it. So, always play around with new methods to make your workflow easier. So let me give you an example. Let me turn off what I've done. When I made the lightning, I went into the core settings and I brought the opacity up a little bit, and I brought the radius up just a tiny little bit up. And then I went into the glow settings and I took the glow radius way down to like 15, 16, and then I took the opacity down to like 22. And then I set a new color. And then I put on top of this a glow, just something to barely pick the core back up. And then I put another one to give this nice gradient fade all around it. And then, finally, a tritone to bring back the blue and kind of make everything the same color. And the tritone is a blue in the middle. And then, when I pre-comped it, I just used the curves to kind of adjust it to the way I wanted it. And you don't have to do all this, the glow and the tritone in here. You can do all that in the pre-comp. My point, though, is you can do this by... The reason that you would do this is you would animate the lightning layer the way that you wanted it with the mask and everything. And then you pre-comp it after you animate it so that it follows the stun button or the tips of the Sith's hands to his target, or from the cloud to the ground. Animate all that first, and then pre-comp it, and then color correct. Color correcting is always last, because once you get all that technical stuff done, you're done with the effects, and you just color correct everything so that you can get everything to match the way you want it. So let me give you an example. Let me get rid of tritone. Okay? In fact, let me bring tritone back. And we're going to make the middle just gray. Plain gray. Alright? So this is a gradient from black to white color. There is no color. It's just black and white. Then we go into the pre-comp, and we fix that by going to the red, bring the red down, not over, down just a little bit. We bring the blue up, whoops, without making it horribly hideous, and then we take the green down, and then it's just a matter of playing. Quite literally just a matter now of playing around. So maybe you want to keep a little green, make it more of a teal. Maybe you want to increase the brightness. Alright, fine. Let's do that. Let's color correction, brightness and contrast. Brightness up, contrast up, down. I don't know. But you get what I'm saying. You can always color correct later. Don't ruin yourself by messing it up here. So, yeah, that's basically it. It was just a quick overview I wanted to give you guys about how a technical side of using something as simple and overutilized in Star Wars things as the advanced lightning effect. If you were expecting a full-on tutorial, here's the reason that you didn't get that. It's because I don't want to do that. I don't want to give you guys the cheat codes, because I see that all the time, and I can't recommend Video Copilot enough to After Effects users, but it gets really, really disappointing when I see people who just make something whatever. I thought so. They'll follow the tutorial, and then whatever they render out at the end of the tutorial, they just toss into their demo reel and be like, yeah, I made that, that's mine. Any monkey can follow instructions on a computer screen, okay? I'm just giving you the tech, okay? You use these tools to your liking, okay? Because that's really how it should be done. Tutorials aren't for stealing from, they're for learning from, but I don't know. But this is how I'm going to do tutorials from now on. By the way, if you notice that the blue here is kind of bland, what we can do to fix that is we go into the pre-comp and we add a new solid, make it black, and put it under our lightning. Look at that. See how much richer and stronger that is? When your effects have something to compare the white to, the white in the lightning, when it has the black layer underneath to compare the lightning itself to, the white to, it's like, oh, okay, so this is the white value, and then it uses your blank black layer and say, okay, this is the black value, and it lets you play with everything in between and just makes it a whole lot easier, you know. It's just, so that's a quick tip. Whenever you have a transparent layer, something that you plan on making it glow or messing around with the in between the black and white values, put a black layer under it, because without it, here's with the alpha channel turned on, all it has is these mild grays that are kind of coming off of the white, and that's doing everything it can to simulate going from a complete white value to complete transparency, and it just doesn't know how to handle that correctly. So turn the black back on, and it says, oh, this is white, this is black, and these are the grays in between. I got you now. Here's the blue you wanted. So, yeah, so there's definitely a quick tip that you always want to keep on your belt, because I am always reminding myself that I have to keep track of that. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the concept of this non-tutorial instructional video on how to use and utilize some basic tools in After Effects. The next one I'll probably do is, I don't know, let's do something fun. Let's go down. Let's just start from way old and then work our way back up. Lightning. So we just did that one. It's another lightning. Flying with wings, that's just masking. It's nothing major. All of you should know how to do that. Planet. Oh, that's not nice. Teleporting and invisibility. There are plenty of tutorials out there for that. That's too basic. If I ever come up with a really stylized teleportation, I'll let you guys know. But otherwise, I'm not going to worry about that. Oh, ice ball. Okay. Maybe I'll do some superpower tutorials. I have some super duper old videos on my old Photobucket account that I might take a look at and be like, this is what I did when I literally first started doing a special effects. Let's see how far I've come, and let me make something new. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and go back and look at some of those, and I'll you find something that I can make a new video out of. But otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you guys next time. It was good to see you guys again, just so you know. Goodbye.